some of the hottest players coming out of high school and the coaches from around the country here. Make sure you like and share this podcast. And stay tuned in each week. But enough of this. Let's get it.
Coach Rod.
Coach Joe.
And we're here with Coach Keith, Clinton High School head man. What's going on, Coach?
What's going on, KB? What's
Hey,
going
welcome
on?
back,
man?
Coach. Welcome
Man,
back,
glad to be
Coach.
back. You know, Coach was our first guest when we first got started. We was kind of just experimenting and see what we were going to do. You know, he was honored enough to, him and Jay Graham was honored enough to let us come in here 1st. And, you know, this is our, 9th episode now?
Yeah, 9th episode.
So we had to come back. Coach, let's talk about y'all, man. You know, you're on a 2-game winning streak. After 2 tough non-region games. And y'all won conventionally fashion. I'm talking about how you supposed to win. Tell us how you feel going there after the 2 games.
We feel real confident. I started the season off. You know, I really thought I was gonna beat Cleveland.
Yeah.
I really did. You know,
I did too, Coach.
We shot ourselves in the foot. We had 200 yards and penalties, right? Mm-hmm. And we still only lost the game by 12 points. Mm-hmm. So you know, and we had 5 touchdowns called back. Mm. West, I felt like it was a little fear there, lack of execution. Mm-hmm. You know, when you're playing against a team that good, you got to clean a lot of things up. You know, we as a staff we didn't really study enough on that. We came in there and thought we was gonna out talent them boys. Them boys, that coach Kel did a real good job. Mm-hmm. And so what we did is went back to the drawing board, and I went and got me some different coaches with different philosophies. Open up our game a little bit, expand our run game. You know, put little screens in, things that take some of the pressure off the quarterback. Yes, and when we were doing that first, we were putting too much pressure on the quarterback. He need to get some help. You know, we had to incorporate 9 so he can run the ball. The way the schedule is set up is we're gonna run a gauntlet. Mm-hmm. Run the gauntlet in the beginning of the season to get us ready, and we're gonna run the gauntlet in the middle of the season, right, to get us ready. So we're getting ready for the season when the first 2 games, ready for the season in the middle of the game, getting ready for the playoffs, right? That game against Campbell County was pivotal because, I feel confident that we're going to the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
All right, now it's just where we're going to be at in the playoffs. Right. We're going to be here, we're going to be somewhere else. Let me say, Matt Lowe is a good coach. They're going to be ready. They got probably one of the best offensive lines in the state. Mm-hmm. They got to run the game 13 the truth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, it don't take a right sign to figure you stop 13, you got a chance. Mm-hmm. But then again, you got to deal with 2 quarterbacks, trying to prepare for 2 quarterbacks. You don't know which one you're going to play against. So, having a condensed week and having to prepare for 2 quarterbacks, one of the best offensive lines we're going to see this year, it ain't been an easy, Powell's going to be formidable. And then you got to deal with Souls. Mm-hmm. Got to deal with Souls, try to make sure your quarterback don't get hurt. So they pose a lot of challenges. Mm-hmm. A lot of people say, "Oh, well, they ain't as good as they was in the past." I beg to differ. I mean, I think they're gonna. This is what you gotta look at. A lot of guys start out to shoot real fast, doing great, really good, and then by the end of they peed off at the end of the year. I'm glad I hope we get better each week. Mm-hmm. We don't want to plateau in the middle of the season. Mm-hmm. And people don't understand. Listen, everybody was messing me about Catholic. I said, Catholic is a good team. They'll beat everybody around here, and look what Catholic doing. So look how this is how it went. We played Catholic a quarter, right? Then we turned around and played Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we done had 5 quarters of some good football. Right. Mm-hmm. So when we played somebody like Scott County, it was like hot knife to a butter. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't that way with Campbell County. We really had to do our homework because the Price twins can coach. Yep. But I think that it'll be an interesting game because our kids ain't really never won that. Now I don't think they want to lose no more. Yeah. They like the way it feels. They like the way people look at them. So we'll see.
Yeah. Do you feel the hype at the beginning of the year fed into some of the penalties and some of the misfires I had in the beginning of the season?
Oh, definitely. See, this is the deal. I tell my coaching staff this all the time. If you ain't never been the guy, you don't know how to handle being the guy. Mm-hmm. We got a bunch of guys that ain't never been the guy. Yeah. All right, so, winning is a culture and losing is too. You've been losing for a long time. What you pulling from? What you drawing from? You ain't the guy. You don't know how to be the guy. Right. So they learn, hey, I might be the guy. So we win this game, it's gonna be tough.
Right. But I look at a team like Oak Ridge. They came in and they started off against Jefferson County, and then they got a win. They had an off week, and then they beat Powell. But it seemed like they getting even though they inexperienced at some positions, but it seemed like they feeding off these wins and they getting better and better each week.
Well, I'll say this. We fed off our wins, so we beat William Blunt, we beat Cherokee.
Right.
But when we got up there and played Powell, they hit us in the mouth. We was like, what's going on?
Right.
So, I used to didn't believe in strength of schedule, but it's a big deal.
Right.
It's a big deal because, this is the deal. When you play against some of those weak opponents, right, they make deals out there on the field. You don't hit me, I don't hit you. Mm-hmm. It didn't matter if we hit Cleveland or not, they were going to hit us. It didn't matter if we hit West, they were going to hit us.
Right.
So, I'll tell you, it was a blessing in disguise because, we lost a little Stock Williams kid to Georgia. That hurt us. Kids, they all attached, they all cool, so that hurt us. And then we lost, Jermaine Blair wasn't eligible, so we didn't have 300 pounds. And then we lost other kids with 4 plays left in the game. Mm-hmm. So what we had to do was play for week 1 and week 2 against top-notch teams. Mm-hmm. We went into the game against West with second team defensive lineman, second team offensive lineman, right? Mm-hmm. That's why the quarterback is running for his life, right? But guess what happened? They got better.
Right.
So now some of them guys usually ain't second team no more. Right. Now we got a little depth, but we didn't have depth before.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. Looking at both of them teams, Coach, West and Powell, they got different strengths than you guys do.
They do. I think Powell, and I ain't playing no. I like Matt, so I think Powell is just as good on the front. Their defensive line is just as good as West.
Yeah.
I think the offensive line is real good too. I think once Matt figure out that quarterback situation, he's gonna be able to deal with it.
Yeah.
Because he got the running back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Kind of tough.
And he got some receivers that are
But I do feel like West and Powell, their strengths are on the defensive side of the ball, and I feel like you guys' strength is on the offensive side of the ball.
It is. If I'm Matt right now, I'm lining the ball. I'm looking at the film. I'm looking at film on Clinton. I'm lining up, run the ball right down Clinton throat. That's what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to keep I'm gonna try to keep their offense off the field. That's what I'm trying to do.
But y'all, to keep our field, y'all seem like y'all going back to the run game compared to the first game. It seems like y'all threw the ball a lot the first 2 games.
And that's why we got beat so bad, because if we just try to run the ball, we probably able to little clock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Punt, try to go. We didn't do that.
But y'all also a quick scoring team too, Coach. So I know you say you trying to slow the game down.
You know what the disadvantage is? When you score quick, they score quick too.
Yeah.
Last person get the ball.
Yeah. But it seems like y'all figured it out. A little something on defense, because it seems like defense getting better in the last 2 weeks. Competition got a lot to do with it, but at the same time it seems, but you still got to execute it.
With defense, man, you got to do a lot of homework on defense. Right. And Powell run about man, I done wrote down. I got more cue cards on Powell. Powell got 100 plays, man. I got about 155 plays, and I just have to focus on the ones they do the most.
Right.
They run every last one of them.
Right.
Man, you got to focus that they run this one 5 times. Those the ones because if I try to focus on that, we still be preparing 2 weeks later. God.
Yeah. I think mistakes is gonna be the key to this game, Coach. How do you feel about that coming into the game? I feel if you guys execute and don't make no mistakes, you win this game, Coach.
I think our ability to be able to get the ball out of our quarterback hand and gain positive yard run game will help us. I think the run game has got to be more dominant against Powell. We got to have a run. You can't beat them without a run game.
Yeah. You got to run it.
Because
you take the
defensive
pressure
line
off the defense end, so rushing your quarterback, you got to run it.
You got to run it.
Yeah.
Got to run it.
Yeah. And if you can run it successfully, you can.
Right.
But
you got 3 quality backs. I feel with Juwan, Chauncey, and then the Huntley kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, we do. We do, but
Juwan's special though.
So it's so.
Yeah, he's special. He put a move on last week. I don't know if you see the move he put on the boy last week in Campbell County.
Yeah.
They slowed it down, but I think the boy's still looking for him. He's still there.
Yeah, he's an old school runner. There's a lot of excitement over here at Clinton, And for all the people that say I'm leaving, I ain't going nowhere.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I leave when I get ready.
Yes, sir.
So you officially coming back next year? What you saying?
Well, if they want me back, they don't want me back. You know, I'll be.
Well, you know, you got to finish what you're doing, coach. You know what I'm saying? You get in the playoffs, I don't see how they can let you go. You win 2 of these next 3 games, coach.
Because I got a lot in common with Dion.
Huh?
I got a lot in common with Dion. I'm in uncharted territory. You know what I'm saying? I'm in deep shark infested water. You know,
but if you win 2 of the next 3, because I feel like the next 3 games are your rival.
Coach,
That's what it's about. Winning them big games.
Yeah,
It's still early in the season.
And you know, I heard this is the funniest quote. Margaret Thatcher. This is the funniest quote they said. Because my critics are so hard on my.
They be on you, coach.
Hey, if I could walk on water, they can say I walk on water because I can't swim. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna come. You know why?
Why that?
I'm different. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
Right.
Right. I ain't from here.
You got a little bit of prime time in you, coach.
Yeah, I talk a little different. But this is what I want to say to the people in Knoxville, to my critics. What have I done to hurt anybody? I don't do nothing to try to help people.
Right.
You know, are you there when the kids go home and all they got is to eat their cereal? Yeah. Are you the one sending a lunch bag home? And it's more to this thing than football. Right. What about loving on these kids a little bit? Mm-hmm. You know, you know, that's what I like about Josh Jones. Everybody want to criticize Josh Jones, but Josh Jones makes sure they got something to eat and something to wear. You know, he's an extended. He's an extended family member.
Yeah. And you know, when you ain't doing it their way, coach, they don't like it, and that's basically how it is.
Well, doing it their way is just using the kid, and then when I was seeing, hey, we see you later. When the kid gonna get something out the deal?
I mean, I got to everybody. Like, you always been good to me and my son and your son. Anytime we ever needed to work out, you always let us work out.
I played my high school ball in Birmingham, right? What did I get out the deal? Right up there on that wall is my football scholarship, which allowed me to live and have the things I got now and be able to take care of my coach made sure that I got a scholarship, right? You know, okay, state championships, yeah, everybody want one, but they don't sell at Walmart. No, they don't. You can't sell a state championship, but that education, right? That education, people keep forgetting. You know, state championships are great, but that's just for bragging rights for the people in the community. What about this kid that daddy can't or mama can't afford to send him to school? And what about that? Why don't we send him to school so he can perpetuate and be a generation of wealth in his family? What about that?
Sure.
I mean, you got the most scholarships in I know around here. Yeah. I don't know about the state, but I know it's definitely.
You gotta call 5 coaches a day. Sometimes they ain't gonna answer, but you keep bothering them and you keep. They know who I am when they get here.
Right.
You gotta call 5 coaches a day, and you know. Every kid ain't gonna go Power 5, but you know if you can get a kid to go to Campbellsville and he get a degree, everybody not gonna go to the NFL. Right. And less than 2% going to college, and less than 1% going to the NFL. But you know what? Education for everybody that want.
Sure is. Talk about you was talking a little bit earlier about the gauntlet, coach. You started off with 2 tough games.
Let's keep it real. I mean. AC is formidable. They got a great coaching staff. They got a good quarterback. You know, you got to play your best game to beat them, and they gonna be hell in high water trying to not letting Clinton beat them.
Right.
All right. So then Oak Ridge, you can go ahead and do that times 2. Right. They definitely ain't trying to lose. Clinton. Nobody wants to lose to Clinton. Right. Everybody plays their best game against.
Oh yeah, you get everybody best shot.
You
think you the defending champion?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why everybody worried about Clinton so much, but I figured out if Clinton ain't at the bottom, it means somebody else got to be.
Yeah.
And that's what they don't want to be at the bottom. And so we got Powell. That's the first part of the gun.
Right.
Then you're gonna go from there to Oak Ridge. That's another gun.
We got Oak Ridge home now.
Home, and then you got AC the next week.
Home.
Short week, home. Mm-hmm. And then you come out of the tunnel, either beat up, scratched up, or better up for worse. You don't know. Yeah. And so, you know, my thing is I want to get through the gauntlet with the wins, but I don't want to be broke up when I get there. You can win every game and ain't got no team. Right. Ain't coming out the backside. So, and a lot of people thinking Lenore City going to be Lenore City, man. Lenore City is the definition of smash mouth football.
They got their own kind of style.
Yeah,
but it works for them. It works for them. It definitely works for them.
And they beat me last year.
Yeah. So this is kind of like a
revenge
tour.
Yeah, revenge tour. Yeah.
Because you lost. You know, speaking of Powell, you lost to Powell last year by last second.
Last second, old quarterback ran in there. Old Potts ran in there.
Yeah.
And then another reason I feel like you hear all the noise and stuff too, because majority of the Knoxville teams are in 5A.
Yeah.
Like Catholic, we don't hear no noise from no school in the city because we don't play anybody in the city.
Right.
And just like we interviewed Justin Long from
Right.
Grace, he trying to get more known in the city because they name not just ringing in the city.
5A hot.
It's hot right now,
5A.
coach. And y'all name ringing, coach.
And
Whether you looking at it from a bad point of view or good point of view, people are talking about Clinton as opposed to before Coach Keefe was here. Clinton just another win on the schedule, coach.
Well, you know what I like about Clinton? You know, I know all of the myths about how racist it is out here. And I live in Clinton. I live right down there on the water, and I ain't experienced none of that yet. But this is what I like about Clinton. With everything going on in the world, when we're away from the city, man, the kids safe out here. You know, it's away from everything. It's away, and you know, they low key got some good teachers, and the administration bends over backwards. Mm-hmm. You know, they take all kind of multi-echelon techniques to try to get these kids grades so they can go play college ball. I mean, Marbable, he already qualified. Josh Keefe, they leave for school as soon as football season over. They gone. They out. I mean, and they already college ready. You know that Coach Keefe don't do that. The people over in the building do that.
But Clinton ain't always been like that.
You used to be here before me. I got it.
It wasn't always like that. Yeah. For sure. You know, Coach. It's always good talking to you, Coach. We ain't gonna hold you long, man.
Y'all something
I
else.
want to say this too, Coach. I'm always rooting for you
You
until
are.
you play us, Coach. Remember that.
Now I was
I'm always
I
rooting
went
for Coach.
against you against West. I picked the
Go back and watch. See, that's how I know he ain't been watching the
Yeah.
show, Coach. Because if he did, he'll know you've been riding with me.
Yeah, he
been
been
riding
riding.
with me.
Well, I tell you what, I'm pulling for Cali.
Appreciate it, Coach. I
Well,
appreciate it.
I you know.
And we in the same boat you guys are in. People, we hear the noise. They can't win in that division. They don't
But
got
they winning
enough
though.
guys. We 3-1. We got beat by Ainsworth.
That defensive line.
Got beat by
That defensive
Ainsworth.
line. Your defensive line wouldn't play with.
Yeah, they tough.
They tough.
The Hamilton boys, they play
What
with
was
us.
the score with them in Ainsworth? What was the score?
38-14. 38-14. Depth is our problem. Once our first unit go out, it's a drop
off.
It's a drop. And then you play Ainsworth, they got 90 kids, and
Right.
you know it's not a drop from 1
How
to
many
2.
kids I got?
Close to 70. I think we got 29 freshmen and I want to say a total of close to 79, 80 kids.
How many kids you got, Coach?
Me? I don't have a lot of kids. I got about 55.
Right.
Yeah, okay. I got 55 kids.
And then a lot of kids on our team don't play both ways unless we need them to. And I felt like Friday was one of them games we needed to play both ways, but we did.
How old Tyreek doing?
He doing pretty good. I know his stats looking pretty good right now. Ainsworth, I felt like he was one of them kids that had to play defense on Ainsworth. You know,
I like the quarterback too.
yeah,
He
quarterback
tough,
pretty
man.
good too.
I see that boy at the sling or something, boy, and a cast on it. He tough.
Yeah, we got a good core. We got a good offensive core. But I feel like in some of them big games, that's when your two-way stars got to kick in. I know we try to keep guys fresh and play them one way and kind
They
of
do
do it like
that
college.
too. They play. Nobody really
Just
play one way.
remember I said this. The playoffs is gonna be exciting this year.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, it is,
it's gonna
Coach.
be lit.
It
It's
is.
gonna be
It
lit.
is.
It's gonna be exciting.
Sure is, Coach.
Let's talk about when we let you go, Coach. Let's talk about that barbershop you be going to on Saturday. What that be like, Coach? Can we get a show in the barbershop with y'all on Saturday?
Yeah, the barbershop got all those.
That barbershop talk, Coach.
Yeah, they got one. They be no green.
Those
They
guys-
got your hat still, don't they?
Yeah, them guys subject matter experts, man, on everything. Those guys are torn because they support me, man. You know, because I don't know why they support me. I got my thoughts, but they got to pull for their high school.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what they got to do. But I'll tell you, I had nothing negative to say about Oak Ridge, man. Oak Ridge, they showed me love when I was thinking about hanging this up. That first year was tough for me. I mean, it has not been an easy 4 years, man. It's been tough over here, man.
Sure.
It's been tough. I mean, trying to convince kids that they belong, that's hard.
Mm-hmm.
And especially I think we'd have played West better if we hadn't fumbled the ball coming out the doggone shoot. That was just, I just seen them hang their head.
Right.
Now this is when I was impressed when Cameron County marched right down and scored, and they went right back down and scored, and they never looked back. I thought that was a turning point.
Yes, sir.
I think y'all definitely over that hump there, Coach. You just gotta.
Well, I can tell you this is gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. Thursday.
It's always a good one though between y'all though.
Yeah. I just feel like this. I feel like, they don't really respect my coaching prowess here in Knoxville. And I'm good with that, I'm here to break some stereotypes.
Yeah.
You know how you get respect out of the business.
That's how you gotta do.
That's
Because just like all the kids and parents love Josh, there's coaches out there that feel the opposite because he getting kids from them. So
don't get mad at him because it's too late.
Yeah, but it ain't always good. It's pros and cons to each side, Coach.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I'm sorry, man. Josh, my guy, man.
Yeah, Josh, that guy.
Josh, my guy.
Shout out to Josh Jones.
Yeah, Josh, my guy. I mean, Josh love kids.
Yeah.
And we're in a world today, man. It ain't about kids. It's a meat market. It's about what can the kid do for me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna challenge our coach. What can you do for the kid?
Right. So for the people who not familiar with Clinton, who's gonna be tuned in Thursday, what can they expect from Coach Keith Clinton Dragon coach team?
We ain't gonna quit.
Huh?
We ain't gonna quit. We're gonna play hard.
We're
We're gonna play hard. We're gonna play hard. We're gonna put. Hey, we got to taste the winning now. I mean, I know Campbell County is not a premier team but it was a win that usually when you tell Clinton you gotta win this game, they just chest up and lose just like we did last year.
Right.
This year they went out and took it.
Right.
They made they left no doubt that they were gonna win that game.
Sure.
And so I think they'll come out. And play hard, and you know what? Powell gonna play hard too.
Oh yeah.
They don't want to lose to Clinton.
Yeah, no.
Man, I hope it ain't a repeat of a 7-on-7. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Everybody was rusty, Coach. The referee was rusty. Everybody was rusty, Coach.
It's rusty. Yeah. Cause we want to. I knew we were special when they went scared of Boo Carter. No, we went scared of Boo Carter.
Nah.
He's special. Yeah.
He tough. He cold. He different. He definitely different.
I want y'all podcast. So I'm gonna get y'all some shirts. Send me y'all thing. Clint gonna donate y'all some shirts. So send me y'all what y'all want on.
All right, we got some.
We supposed to have
colors and
shirts
everything.
too.
Yeah, we got some coming.
Too.
DJ Pendergrass got them coming.
DJ Pendergrass.
He need to hurry up with them shirts though.
Yeah.
Dragging the feet.
Yeah. He been ducking and dodging me too. We supposed to have a debate on Saturday one time, and he been ducking and dodging for 2 weeks, Coach. He been ducking and dodging.
Let's go, DJ. Get on the show.
But all right, Coach, man, we ain't gonna hold you, man. We appreciate you every time you let us come through, man.
Yes,
Man, you can come over here and have your thing. I ain't gotta be who you interview. You can use my place.
Yeah, that's what's up.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that, and all the Dragon fans, we appreciate it. In the
right.
loud.
It's Coach Rock.
And Coach O.
Until next week, we out.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know what time it is. You just tuned in the lab with Coach Rock and O. East Tennessee High School Sports Podcast. Bringing you all the exclusive interviews with some of the hottest players coming out of high school and the coaches from around the country here. Make sure you like and share this podcast. And stay tuned in each week. But enough of this. Let's get it.
This is Coach Rock.
Coach O.
We're here in Clinton today. We got Jeremiah Lee, Demine, and Jayson Graham in the building.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on? What's going on, fellas?
What it do? What's up, man? Sir.
And they won 2 games in a row, conventionally winning 2 games in a row, doing what y'all supposed to do. How y'all feel going into this week?
I feel great. We're going to execute. We're going to do what we got to do against this team. So.
I think if we, like he said, if we just execute and do everything right, we should be able to come out of this game on top.
I feel the exact same way. We've been practicing real hard for this game.
Okay. Y'all beat Campbell County was a huge district game for y'all. Putting y'all in good contention to be in the playoffs. Something that y'all ain't did. Clinton ain't did it since 2009, I think, something like that, right? So going into this week, building off of last week, how y'all mentally ready for this game Thursday? Because it's not a region game no more, but it's still a kind of rival game because y'all still kind of close and y'all been playing each other throughout the years. So what y'all think?
I think we're gonna go out there and compete. Do what we gotta do. It's a lot of people that's gonna be there, including scouts. So we got to tee up.
Yeah, I think we should just, keep a positive mindset, positive attitude, and just listen to our coaches and execute.
Even though it's not one of our big region games, we still got something to prove against them, like just who we are and what we gonna come out and do.
Coming to the season, fellas, I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all was my dog horse to win it in 5A. And not saying y'all still can't, man, but after dropping 2 losses, what do y'all feel y'all gotta do to get that spark back in the building and get everybody in the community like, yeah, this our year?
Really thinking about it, we just gotta go out there and beat everybody on the schedule except for West, and we're gonna see them in the playoffs, and we're gonna beat them there and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
I think we should just continue to win, focus on week by week, and just keep winning, show them what we can do.
Yes, sir.
We just gotta go out there and do what we do. If we do what we do and we win, that's all we need to do.
Okay. Well, talking about West a little bit, take us. 'Cause I didn't get to watch that game, so kind of take us through that game. Because if you're looking at on the outside in, you just checking the scores, you like, dang, that was an ugly loss for you guys right there. Take us through that game and talk to us about how that game went, and do you guys think y'all can improve if you guys play them again?
Well, that whole game, the first half, we was out of position and stuff, so they moved me to a middle linebacker. And after that, the second half, they didn't score that many points as they did in the first quarter. So that's what we're gonna do against them.
Yes, sir.
I was out the game, but watching from the sideline, it just seemed like we had a lot of mistakes going on.
So you didn't play in that game?
No, sir.
Okay.
Felt like everybody wasn't focused, but we'd be down in for the playoffs to see them again.
Yes, sir.
That whole game, as a whole, we weren't really focused. We had some turnovers early in the game. The next half, though, we did step it up and begin to stop them on defense.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, we got to come out from the gate and get going,
yes, sir.
which I feel like we've been doing these past games.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jeremiah, last week you had a couple. You've been real big on special teams this year. What night? You always been a special team guy? Is it something that just put you in and you just take advantage of your opportunity?
When the coach called my name, I just ready to get to play. So
Right. That's what's up. What you like playing? Offense or defense? Better defense. Defense. Do they give you the ball on offense? Like, cause I think I watched last week's game, but that was just pretty much done what I wanted to do last week. So it wasn't really much to watch. But like, do you like being involved in offense though?
I do whatever for the team.
Right.
If they need me in that place, I'll do it.
That's what's up. That was good. So they got you playing both ways, or you just playing defense mostly?
I do play both ways.
Right.
So I play more defense than I do offense, but I do play a little bit of offense.
All right. You 0, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yes, sir. Talk about the Campbell County win, man. I know they beat y'all last year. Talk about how important it was to get that win on a schedule this year.
It was a big, important win that we needed to do. Now we got an advantage to make it to the playoffs, something that Clinton hasn't done in a long time. So
Yes, sir.
that's what we needed.
Yes, sir. Like the
it was a real important one. I feel like it got everybody locked in and see what we can really do on the field.
Yes, sir.
Coming off the first 2 losses of the year, I feel like we needed those 2 wins, not just for playoff season or later in the season, but just for the team itself to be able to step it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Were you out multiple games this year or just the West
Just
game?
the West game.
Just the West game. Okay, so I know you're excited to see them again.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome, man. For me, man, when I played, motivation was a big key to me. And like I said, I know y'all hear the noise just like we do. And like I said, that was my dog horse coming in. Like, man, they gonna win 5A this year. Did y'all kind of feel that way too? And do y'all still feel that way?
Yes, sir, we do.
Yes, sir.
That win, that was meant to be because now we're gonna see them in the playoffs, like I said,
Mhm.
and we're gonna beat them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just what he said.
Yes, sir.
The same way. I feel
Same
the same
thing.
way.
That's what I like to hear, fellas. Everybody on the same
Do
page.
y'all think playing a tough schedule the first 2 games has got y'all ready for it, mentally locked back in, from the hype? Because would y'all believe in the hype, sipping the Kool-Aid a little bit too much?
I feel like it was a great choice to
Okay.
play West in the first few games because they get us ready for later on in the playoffs when we see them again and see other teams because that's just defending state champs teams.
Yes, sir.
I seen y'all offense rolling too. They had 50 last week, 45 the week before. I know y'all struggled against West getting offense going, but it seemed like y'all heading in the right direction. How important is that for Josh and your running back to get going and throughout the season?
That's important because if they get going, then the defense is going to get going, and then that's just a blowout right there.
Right.
So, I mean, that's a good thing to do.
Yeah. Now that y'all feel like y'all rolled in, and y'all feel like, well, let me phrase it this way. What do you guys feel like you still need to work on this point in the season going forward?
We need to work on keeping our motivation up, running to the ball, and execution.
Staying focused at practice for sure. Just locking in for the game and watching film.
Yes, sir.
I feel like it's being able to execute when we're tired during the game too, just to be able to play the whole thing at our best performance.
Y'all got Powell this week, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, big game right
So-
there. We had some special set up for you guys.
Yeah, we
but
didn't get able to get it in, man.
the
But-
time that we had.
But I think we're gonna shoot for AC because it's Thursday game, right? AC. I mean, y'all got 3 tough games coming up in a row. That's what y'all got: Powell, then Oak Ridge, then AC, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's rough. That's rough.
It's called a gauntlet, coach.
Man, like-
it's called a gauntlet.
That's why we had them 2 games in the first season.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean,
But the way it's looking right now, like you said, West is the front runner, and that's the best team you guys done played. So it ain't nothing going forward that's gonna kind of shock you. You know what I mean? So, buckle up and let's get to it.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, y'all still in position. I only have one region game, right? One district game, right?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, y'all still in position to win the district. I gotta be with Oak Ridge and who else in there?
Oak Ridge, Carnes, and somebody else. Lenore City.
Yeah.
What you think gonna be a bigger game? Oak Ridge, Powell, or AC?
Oak Ridge, because that's our district game, so we got to win that.
Yeah, that's mandatory.
But it gotta feel good to play AC though. Again. But you weren't here when y'all played them last, was you? Yeah. So ain't none of y'all really played against AC yet. Hey. Okay. So yeah, it's new to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The mind. What made Purdue? Like I know you committed to Purdue. Like what made that a good fit for you?
I went up there and showed me love. Their defensive scheme is what I fit perfect in. It got me at middle linebacker, and playing safety at the same time. So like the way they play is great.
Yes, sir.
Jason, what you a senior this year?
Yes, sir.
You getting any looks anywhere?
Yes, sir. I'm getting looks from a couple of schools out there. I have UC Martin and UC Martin, Jackson State, and Eastern Kentucky right now. I'll get a couple more
Yes,
from
sir.
the bigger schools.
All right. Well, you've been a junior. How your recruiting looking so far?
Looking pretty good. I got TSU right now. There's more to come for sure.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I like the confidence from all you guys, man, and I'm rooting for y'all. I hope y'all do great things and everything you envision. But if you want to go out and do everything you envision, you got to put the hard work behind it. What is some of the things you guys been doing for us? Weight room, film study, to put yourself ahead of the game.
This offseason, the weight room, we hit it hard.
Mhm.
We got bigger and stronger and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
And we do a lot more film than we did last year. So
Yeah, film
that
important,
helps.
man. Film important. They'll tell you stuff, tendencies they like to do, get in stances. You got to pay attention to all the small stuff. What about you?
Just going the extra mile when I'm tired. Just keep pushing myself to my limits.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I watch a lot of film because I like to watch tendencies, what guys do, like
Sure.
just little things that they do, like way feet turn, way they're facing, what they're looking at, and just using that to be able to know what's coming.
Yes, sir. Sound like they got it going on, cuz.
Yeah, it does. Somebody in there working out now. I hear the
Yeah,
weight banging
yeah,
now.
I hear that music going on all day.
It's Friday. School over with. You getting focused for the game. How you prepared mentally for the game? School over with. You ain't got nothing else to do until kickoff. Tell me what your day like.
I don't know.
Hey, after school, young boy don't miss. That's that man right there. That's all I listen to. So.
Very good.
I mean, I usually don't listen to much music before the games. I usually just like to chill, you know what I mean? Just taking everything around me. It's just like basically the calm before the storm. Like let everything chill out until it's time to go.
Alright.
What about a pregame meal? Y'all gotta eat anything, or do you feel better going on an empty stomach, or?
I'm good with eating whatever they get us.
Yeah.
Team meal.
But you gotta eat something.
Yeah.
You gotta eat something.
Yeah, you gotta eat something. Sure.
Oh, man, we ain't get them questions, them rapid questions,
Yeah,
Coach.
we'll get it, Coach. It's been a rough patch
So
for us
we
the
do our
last couple weeks.
we do our pick'ems every Thursday before the game. So probably do ours tomorrow since y'all played Thursday.
Yeah.
But why should we pick y'all going into Thursday? Motivate us to pick y'all on the pick'em. Why should we go with Clint?
I gotta think about this.
Yeah, speak up, man. You can hear that.
Y'all been having a lot of confidence in y'all answers and stuff, man. Don't
And then we asked you the main question. Now y'all want to get
Yeah.
We not trying to get shots. Just like we gonna show y'all on Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's what I like.
You're just gonna
Yeah.
show us. So,
Yeah.
so you saying we should roll with y'all? What you saying?
Yeah, pick who you pick.
Yeah, pick who you pick. We gonna show you brothers. That's
I
all.
like that. I
I've
like that.
been picking with y'all all year. I ain't gonna lie. This
I
gonna be an
I
interesting
think West
matchup.
I think
It's
West
gonna
was
be an
the only
interesting
game I picked against y'all so far.
Yeah.
Was West. I think I went with y'all every game but West.
I think I went
You
with-
went with them and West.
yeah.
Yeah, you picked them with upset.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate y'all. You got anything else from Coach?
Nah.
We get
Go
y'all
ball
boys
out,
out,
man.
man.
Good luck.
Hey, good luck, man. We'll see y'all on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
And all that in the
sir.
lab
Yes, sir.
in Clinton. We out.
Yes, sir. We out of here. Appreciate
Y'all know what time it is? You just tuned in the lab with Coach Rock and O. East Tennessee High School Sports Podcast. Bringing you all the exclusive interviews with some of the hottest players coming out of high school and the coaches from around the country here. Make sure you like and share this podcast.